Marisol Look Alive. We have royalty on the broadcast today.
I'm practicing my curtsy.
Thank you. We're talking about the iconic drag queens of HBO's We're Here. They are heading to small towns in Tennessee and Oklahoma, making sure everyone knows drag queens, they ain't going nowhere.
Thank goodness. And while these queens know all about being glamorous, this show is not about giving makeovers. It's about helping people gain the courage and confidence to be their genuine selves.
Whenever you transition in a small town, the first thing that they want to label you as is a drag queen or a cautious or da-da-da-da. So I was trying to, I ran from that stigma for so long, and then now it's like, we're right back to it.
Yeah, I think anybody, no matter how you identify, is able to participate in drag. And as your drag mother, I'm gonna show you that.
Okay, well, this is going to be one that you need tissues for every episode. And the series is now shaking it up with all new queens. So please welcome to New York Living. We have Priyanka, Latrice, Sasha, and Jaida.
But you know what? Introduce yourself.
We're
That's
gonna let
right.
them because I want let's you guys do your thing. Introduce
first.
yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm what camera? This camera? This camera. Hi, everybody. I'm Priyanka.
There we go.
I'm Latrice Royale.
I'm Sasha Velour.
And I'm Jaida.
Wow, and we're here to change your lives.
Thank you. Finally.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
heard that you've been in makeup since 3 a.m. So
Yes.
where's the makeup?
Exactly.
They're here to help us.
And guess who the makeup artist is?
Really?
Oh, really?
Hi. Yes.
Good
Hello.
job.
The job I never wanted to do.
Now here we
Just
are.
playing.
That's very true to drag, though. It's very
Yeah, we do all
DIY.
Yeah.
we do our
Yeah,
makeup.
that's true. DIY. You
Yeah.
guys would do fine here. As we just said, you all are part of the series. You're brand new to it. What is it about this show that you were like, yes, I need to be a part of this?
Well, for me, this is like a calling, if you would. Like, it's a part of my ministry, and what I do in drag is to encourage people, to motivate them, inspire them to be their most authentic selves. So this was definitely the right fit and the right time, for sure.
You are a drag mother.
I am, indeed.
I think I need a drag mother.
I know I need to.
Latrice could be your drag mother.
100%.
Are you saying because I'm old, or?
You said
Oh,
it.
because you're wise.
You're so wise.
There's so much
Thank you,
sadness
Sasha.
in the world. There's so much sadness, and we just want to put on a show and spread joy.
That's right. That's right. So you're navigating 2 cities, yes,
Yeah.
in this season. What is the most challenging part of that? Because you're not just going into cities where you're all embraced necessarily.
Or at all.
Yeah.
The challenge, I feel, is like having the conversations with the people that don't like you.
Yeah.
Because you do drag. Or you're a queer person. That's always tough. I always say, I'm always like, I always find it hard to not be spicy, to not be like, what'd you say to me? But they have all taught me to calm down and be patient. Right?
Yes. Yeah, you have to counter all the misinformation and fear just with simple facts, show them that we're full of love and that we just want people to be free to express themselves.
And I think in this we have a new format for the season too. So while we're in the seasons a lot longer, we get to see the full story of what's happening there. It's not just going in and saying so what are you going through? How can we help you? But what is this city and this state, this entire, and almost basically the nation, because a lot of these legislations and these crazy laws, they start in small spaces and they spread across the country. And so we're just here to put out a couple of fires.
Well, speaking of, along with helping all these individuals you mentioned, you were all on the front lines of protests against anti-LGBTQ plus laws. We actually have a clip where 3 of you walked into the Tennessee State House in drag, even though there was a literal threat of arrest. So please, let's take a look.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let me hear you scream if you want some more. Push it, watch me work it. I'm perfect.
We are in drag in public, which I guess is on the edge of being illegal at every turn.
Ooh, yeah, sexy. Hello.
Nuh-uh. Okay.
So finish the scene for us without giving away too much.
I mean, as fabulous as we are and as much fun as we made it, it was very you could feel the police cornering us and started to kind of look, and doors would start to lock.
Almost like a boa constrictor.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Or the deeper we got in, the tighter it felt.
We realized oh wow, they really do think that we're a threat. And for me, I mean, being Canadian, the only Canadian on the show and having a work visa, I was like, oh wait a minute. I had the realization as we were shooting, if I get arrested, I can never work
You're
in this
truly
country.
in jeopardy, yeah.
But then I don't know. I was like, well, whatever. I don't know why. I should be very concerned and take my job very seriously.
Sure.
But I was like, there's something about like I don't know, inspiring people to like let loose and have fun that I was like, it has to be worth it.
Right.
Yeah, and it was kind of scary to be in like this space where you go into a state house, which is supposed to be public for everybody to be in,
Right.
and then to be in there just wearing whatever you want to wear, however you want to be dressed, not anything inappropriate, and then being threatened to be arrested just felt a little crazy.
Yeah.
But these were the halls where some of the first anti-drag, anti-trans bills in the country were passed. So to be there in drag, banging my little pink gavel, saying we are just as much a part of this community, this
We're
country
here.
as everyone else, and we should be represented by the laws. That felt pretty punk.
I'm sure the
strong.
community, there was a faction of the community that felt like, oh my gosh, finally I'm being seen, I am being heard.
Our angels.
What
Right.
is, I'm going off a little bit here, but knowing that you're making a huge step in a direction that a huge swath of the country hates, what would success be like for you?
Oh my God. To me, honestly, I think success, specifically in what we do with the show, is I look at the outcomes of what we've done with our drag children and the impact of what we've left in the community. And we're not, a month feels like a very long time, but it's not that long. But throughout the course of the month, you could actually see the change in the people in the community. You could see that they wanted to be, like, they wanted to go forward and be like leaders in the community. And I think that's what we kind of need, is more people in communities that, like, if we can say no to it and we have people in those smaller spaces saying we also are not taking this, it just makes everybody stronger.
Fantastic, because sometimes elected officials don't do enough.
Yeah.
No.
So you have to
You
do it
said
from
it.
the grassroots.
Do it yourself.
You said it.
I said it.
Nah, we
There,
have to
I said it. I said it. Now can we get to the fun
Let's get to
part?
the fun
'Cause
stuff.
We needed to get to that because
Okay,
that's
right.
important.
We're diving
Wow.
into you as individuals. Priyanka, you don't
Yes.
just dance on stage, you also sing.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm a pop star.
Wait a minute.
How can I forget?
Also,
She doesn't dance.
the music video for your new song, No New Friends, just
Excuse
dropped
you.
a little over a week ago. There's a cover.
Wow.
Hello. What can you share with us? What are we
I
gonna be
mean,
seeing?
I could share that like the music video is me playing myself in and out of drag. To be
Oh.
like, yeah, I've created this, I call it Priyanka's cinematic universe. I was like, okay, if Marvel's not gonna hire me, what can
That
I
sounds
do?
big.
Create my own.
Do it.
And I was like, let me play myself in and out of drag. And every single
Excellent.
music video I've done has a very specific intention. And the next one is features a kid that I put in drag.
Love this.
Wow.
For us.
So,
Look at her light.
you better watch out,
fires.
America.
Yeah.
Also, Latrice, we heard that
Oh my
you have to
God.
watch the Golden Girls
Oh,
when
baby.
you get when you get ready. Excuse you.
100%. 100%. No, I am a Golden Girls fan. I'm a stan. I have watched each episode, the whole series, at least 500 times.
Oh my
Easily. But like, no, really what I use it for is a time clock to get ready. So like, each episode is about 24 minutes. So 2 episodes in, I should be done with my face.
2 episodes. I thought you were gonna say 1. I was like, no.
No, 2
You
episodes.
can't beat up a face that
2
fast.
episodes, yeah.
Sasha, this summer your new debut, your theater piece, Velour,
Yes.
a drag spectacular
In La Jolla.
Yes, I created this show together with award-winning director Moises Kaufman, and we have our sights set on Broadway. I
The
think
Great White Way.
The art of the lip sync it's really powerful, and people underestimate it. And You got to see it to believe what all the emotion, all the storytelling that you can get across just by lip syncing.
Sure.
Oh my God. And last but very not least, Jaida, you say your superpower is the speed at which you
Yes.
can beat a face.
Yes.
What is the time? What advice do you have to us mere mortals?
Okay, I feel like one of my biggest secrets is like sometimes if I'm rushing for drag, there is no need for foundation. I just go in with a concealer and do the entire face.
What?
It's very quick, lots of coverage, very fast. And sometimes like we would do like on RuPaul's Drag Race, we would have this challenge called like the quick drag. And it's like you have to be in drag in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Very crazy, but I feel like I have somehow mastered that. So I think it's
Look
just,
at you.
yeah.
I need these video tutorials posted
Immediately.
so I can go to the school.
But I
You must
also
not
feel
have
like-
a single sunspot on that face.
She thinks she's real. She thinks she's real. That's it.
Also, I'm taking that dress and handing
Thank
it
you.
after the show. Thank you so much.
Also, stop acting like you two aren't beautiful.
Beautiful.
And
Yeah.
New York
Beautiful.
loves watching you every morning. 'Cause
Hello.
I know what your DMs are probably looking at.
It's a scary place. Not as scary as the courthouse, but like close. Okay. Queens, thank you all for joining
Thank
us
you.
this morning.
Pleasure.
Please check them out in season 4 of We're Here. It's on HBO and Max. Starting this Friday, new episodes are debuting weekly. There they are.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
And congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you for having us.